You know, every now and then I like to treat myself. And it's good because discipline... Oh my God. I think there's bubblegum inside this. That's incredible. How come nobody ever told me there's bubblegum? Incredible. Oh yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's 4:20 somewhere. Today's Monday, and we're all kind of feeling the Monday blues. At least I am a little bit. And the one thing that helps with that is just getting active right away in the week. However, there's always been this big conception that weed smoking, marijuana smoking, and activity don't really kind of mesh. They don't go hand in hand. And you smoke weed, that means that you're a lazy person and you kind of stay on a couch. And that entire stigma is kind of getting stripped away from multiple fronts, and we have a couple that we're going to talk about today. One of the first ones comes from an article at Inside Hook that talks about whether or not running and being high are mutually exclusive, and can you create a habit of being high while running? I consider myself a runner. I run about 3 times a week. I don't do it high. However, I can understand the benefits being, just being more kind of feeling more in tune with your body and kind of enjoying the moment more so than just being in your head and wanting it to be over. And this article kind of has good news, which is that there are, beyond just the motivation and the feeling of being in the moment and all of this, there are actually some things scientifically that are going on inside you that can be helpful. Again, let me close the window. This always happens. So one of the reasons for that is that marijuana is anti-inflammatory, meaning that that it's easier for your muscles to relax because of the marijuana, and that's kind of what you need while you're running. You need your muscles relaxed and not tense, because when they're tense, they can strain. It opens up the lungs as well, so there's a better ability of getting more air into your system, and the more air, always the better running. Of course, there is the opposite side of that that's happening at the same time, which is you're putting smoke into your lungs, and that's damaging the lungs. And yes, that is a thing. However, we do know that tobacco smoke is much more harmful to the lungs than marijuana smoke. And also there are ways to kind of get beyond that, which are, you could take an edible, or you could vape instead of smoke a joint, because vaping, the smoke is less intense for your body. It's not burning or anything like that. So there are ways to get past that, but of course that is a thing. Like if you're constantly smoking a joint, that is going to damage your lungs just a little bit. But on the flip side, at the same time, what's happening is your lungs are opening up and more air is able to get in there. So you can actually, scientifically, become a better runner because of the weed smoke, which is kind of interesting. I didn't know this, so I read this and it inspired me. Later today, I'm going to go on a run and I will get high before, and we'll see how that goes. I guess I'll let you know on Wednesday. So that's just one aspect, the running and being high. And a study was published on Thursday that we've seen studies like this before, but this study is saying that frequent, and that's a key word there, frequent marijuana consumers are more active than those who don't use marijuana at all. So those two things in tandem kind of smash the entire idea of a lazy stoner. Of course, that is a stereotype, but that what this means is that there's nuance within the marijuana world. There are the lazy stoners, and there are the very active stoners, and there are the very in the middle stoners. And the idea is that there isn't one stereotype, and there are so many people who are now smoking marijuana that you can't possibly pinpoint it down to one trope.
What's up, TikTok? So a bill to decriminalize cannabis in Texas is making it through some committees last Friday. And attached to that is also some legislation that would reduce the penalties for possession of cannabis concentrates in Texas. Now, I know a lot of you are interested in seeing Texas change their ways, so you'd want to hear some of this good cannabis news.
And in other news today, Aphria and Tilray have officially done the business, and they are now one company. They have merged. We've heard about this before, but they have now merged into just being Tilray. And that makes Tilray the largest cannabis company in the world, making them larger than Cannabis Growth. And they are a Canadian company. So on Wednesday, if you're thinking about the stocks of this whole thing, Wednesday they start to trade together as Tilray. I imagine there's going to be quite a bit of a little bump that happens on Wednesday because of this merging. But it's going to be temporary and it's going to go back to how it is. And that's it. That's kind of it for Monday. It's kind of a slow news day. But yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday. See you then.
Did you know that pigeons die after having sex?
No.
Well, one I did.